Welcome to our daily Forex market analysis, and this is for trading on October the 18th, 2019. Just a quick disclaimer here before we get started. This is for educational purposes only. Trading is a risky business, so please be careful with your money. As usual, we'll start off by taking a look at our calendar here. So it was a busy day in terms of news today. But the most important thing that came out of today was the Brexit deal. So finally, EU and UK leaders have come to an agreement. However, the deal that they agreed to was the deal, or was similar to the deal that Prime Minister Theresa May had with EU. So now the Brexit deal or the agreement needs to be voted on by the parliament, so which will happen on Saturday. So over the weekend, expect volatility in British pound here. So we saw that when there was, so we saw British pound actually went up prior to that as there were rumors about a deal being done. But this goes back to buy the rumor, sell the news type of situation, where as soon as that news came out, we saw a drop in British pound. So this is where we are at, and at this point, we are seeing a drop in British pound because now all that excitement about the potential deal is now done, and it's not quite complete yet without that parliamentary vote. So we'll see how that goes, but I would suggest being very careful if you're carrying pound trades over the weekend, because there is going to be volatility because the vote is on Saturday. All right, in terms of our news, let's take a look at what's coming up on Friday here. We do have EU Economic Summit. So again, any comments that may come out of that could have an impact on the market. But that's pretty much it. We have some FOMC members speaking. We have Bank of England, Governor Carney speaking. And so a bunch of speakers essentially tomorrow, not a ton of news other than that. We do have current account numbers for euro, even though this is marked yellow here. With all the trade wars and stuff going on right now, current account numbers are important. So if they come in below the forecasted number here, then we're likely to see a negative impact on euro or vice versa. All right, so let's move on to our charts here. We'll start off by taking a look at our euro dollar. So euro, yesterday we were looking for a move up. We got that. And now we have another bullish candle close for the day. But just to keep in mind here, price is into resistance right now. So this is an important support and resistance level, which has been tested several times. So this is where price is. Now, if price does not go through today's high, this one could drop. However, bias is bullish. So what I'm looking for is a pullback into 1.1100. If it holds above, then I will look for a continuation into 1.1160 level. And then we are also into another important support resistance level. So for now, bias is bearish. But like we talked about yesterday, we are at that point where the markets are changing. So we are going into a trend change here. So just keep that in mind. We just need to be careful when the trend changes. That's when I find things tend to get a little bit more volatile and we can incur losses. So just keep that in mind. Bias is bullish. Target is 1.1160. Pullback is 1.1100. Pound dollar here, this one, as we can see here, price went into support resistance. This is an important support resistance level, which we have not seen since May of 2019. So as we can see here, price has reacted several times here. So this is where we are seeing the drop. But like I said, with the Brexit comments that came out, there is a deal. However, it needs to be voted on. So at this point, we are seeing that this drop in British pound. So what I'm looking for here would be a move towards 1.2750. And this is where we'll have to see how price reacts. If price drops here and holds above, so it cannot break through this 1.2750, chances are it's going to go back up. However, once we clear this hurdle here, then we could see price drop further. So right now, the bias for pound dollar here is neutral because we do have a large pin on the top, but we also have a green candle body. So this one could go in either direction. But for now, I'm just looking for a drop towards 1.2750 here. So bias is neutral for pound dollar. Aussie dollar here, we had a big move up here. So we did have a bullish pin bar and a big follow through after the pin bar here. So bias is bullish here, but again, we are coming into resistance. So we need to be careful with this one. The next target is 0.6850. And like I said, the market is shifting. So if price does not break today's high, chances are this one could turn around as well. So something to be aware of here. But bullish bias for now, 0.6850 and then 0.6890 are the two targets. But if it doesn't break, if it doesn't hold above 0.6820, then this one could drop. Pound dollar here, this one's looking bullish. We had a nice bullish candle here. So looking for a follow through. Target is 0.6400. So bullish bias for New Zealand dollar. Dollar CAD here, yesterday we had this a pin bar here. So big drop here for our dollar CAD. And now we are into support here. So just need to be careful. Price is into support, but bias is bearish here. So we could get a pullback and then a continuation here. So I would look for a pullback potentially into 1.3150 and then a continuation here. So bearish bias for dollar CAD. Okay, time for our commodities here. We'll start off with silver. Silver is looking bullish. I will look for a move towards 17.80. So this is the range that price has been trading in. So I would look for a move higher into 17.70. If it doesn't go through, I would look for a drop here. For now, though, bias is bullish. 17.80 is the first target. 18 is the second target. Gold here, this one is interesting. We have a neutral candle here as well. Small candle body and pins on both sides. So this is neutral. Now, it has been trading in this little range for a bit here. If price does not go through 1500, if it holds below 1500, then we could get that. But it is an indecision candle, which means if it breaks through today's high, we've got another level higher. So for now, bias is neutral for gold. Oil, oil is bullish. We do have a bullish candle close here. So I will look for a pullback and then a continuation, which is 55. So bullish bias for oil as well. Copper, this one's interesting. So as we can see, price has been trading in this range for a bit. It went into the low and then bounced off of this. Now the candle that we have here is a neutral candle just because the body and the pin are approximately the same size. So this is not a strong candle. Because of that, this one could drop here. So I would look for a retest of 2.57. If it stays below, I will look for it to drop and target would be 2.53. Bitcoin here, Bitcoin still trading in that range here. So bias is neutral. We could see a move towards 77.50. And if it holds above, I will look for price to go higher. So this is the range it's been trading in. If it rejects the low of the range, chances are it will go higher. Let's take a look at our indices here. S&P 500, we have a neutral candle close here. The candle body is smaller than the pin, which means things could change. And 1.2750 we could see a drop here. So my target is 2980 for S&P 500. NASDAQ here, this one is completely neutral candle here. So we'll have to see how things play out. But for now, the bias is neutral, and I will look for a move back towards 78.80 level. Same thing here. If price does not go through, this one could go higher. So for now, bias is neutral, looking for it to drop towards 78.80. DAX here, we have a large pin here. So bias is actually bearish here for DAX. So we could get a bit of a pullback and then a drop here. 12,500 is the target. FTSE here, we have a pin. So I will look for price to drop here. So something like this, bias is bearish for FTSE, and target is 7,100 and then 70.80. Nikkei here, Nikkei has rejected this several times here. So I will look for a drop actually here. First target is 22,400. Second target, 22,250. So bias here is bearish for Nikkei. So that's it for today. Just keep in mind the Brexit related stuff that's going on. And we will wrap it up here. I will see you all on the weekend. Bye for now.